Hey guys, Rob here. I've just finished reading this amazing book by Tim Grover called Relentless. And Tim Grover used to be the coach of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And if you don't know who those names are, you've probably been living under a rock for a while. But they were the best basketball players of their time, in a lot of people's opinions. And basically, this book is about like how they reached such a level of high performance. Now, I'm from the UK. I don't know anything about like basketball or anything like that. It's very much US based. I don't watch it, but I am interested in high performance and what makes people great at what they do. And this book basically breaks down what separates those who are good from those who are world class, the Muhammad Ali's, the Michael Jordans, the Tiger Woods, etc., from the average person. And Tim says in his book, he says that like athletes in general are separated into three different categories. So these are good athletes, are separated into three different categories: the coolers, the closers, and the cleaners. The cleaners being at the top. The coolers are great at what they do and they have amazing games or, like an amazing spurt at doing what they are doing, but they can't really stay consistent at it. The closers have amazing seasons, are great at what they do for extended periods of time, and they're just really, really good for like a good amount of time, longer than the cooler. But the cleaner is absolutely unstoppable, doesn't just have an amazing game, doesn't just have an amazing season, but has an amazing career as well. And so like I was saying, like I don't really know too much about basketball, but this does apply to business. And you can look into the business world and see there are some amazing cleaners out there. Some people who've repeatedly created successful companies. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett with his successful investments. These types of people are cleaners, like Jay-Z, who's the richest rapper alive now, because he's just built up his brand name, made amazing music at the start, and then has moved more into like business and things like this. These are all cleaners. And I want to read you a little bit from this book here, which shows the differences between the coolers, the people who are good at what they do, the closers, the people who are great at what they do, and the cleaners, the people who are absolutely world class at what they do. So listen to this. Coolers worry about the competition and how they measure up. Closers study the competition and plan their attack based on the opponent. Cleaners make their competition study them. Coolers avoid taking the winning shot because they're a little bit risk averse. Closers take the shot if they know they have a good chance of making it. Again, like risk averse, but just not as much as the coolers. The cleaners just trust their gut and shoot. They don't have to think about it. So if you think about Elon Musk being a cleaner as well, he's doing a lot of innovative things which most businesses just haven't done before, right? Creating electric cars, sending a friggin' spaceship with the intention of putting the human race on Mars, creating Neuralink as well, which directly connects to your brain to enhance like learning and communication. These are things which are basically where he has trusted his gut and tried to push forward the human race. Cleaner. Coolers won't offer to take on the role they're comfortable with. Closers will take the role if you ask them, and they'll do it well if they have enough time to prepare for and study the situation. Cleaners don't have to wait to be asked, they just do it. Coolers let others decide whether they're successful. They do the job and wait to see if you approve. Okay, so approval's required at cooler level, which is still good, still better than most people, but is like the base level of being excellent, right? Closers feel successful when they get the job done. Cleaners never feel as if they've achieved success because there's always more to do. So cleaner mentality is they set the goal, smash through it, and then don't really stop around for celebration. They're like, right, I need to stay challenged. What's the next goal? Never really feel like they've achieved success. They're continually chasing it. So cleaners are continually hungry after new challenges as well. And, I said at the start, like, I don't really know basketball as well, but like, this is so related to business and how you should really strive for something extra as well. So if we're looking at like business, I was watching this interview with Grant Cardone the other day. I know he's like a polarizing figure. Some people hate him, some people love him, but the dude works very, very hard. And like, you should really study people like I do. I study these people who and what they do, like what sort of moves they make, how they think as well. And I was watching this interview with him, and he was saying that like he's 64 now, and people just keep telling him to slow down and slow down and slow down, and all he's doing is speeding up. He says like he's just on to the next bigger thing, on to the next bigger thing, like 10xing his goals. That's what his whole book is about. You know, 10xing your goal and then 10xing your actions to get there, and just thinking bigger, striving bigger. And once you hit that goal, set something even bigger, like crazy big. And I think that's absolutely fascinating. The dude's obviously a cleaner. Look what he's accomplished. And some other people who are cleaners as well, like like I said, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, you've got like Jay-Z, absolutely dominated the music industry. Same with Eminem as well. You know, actresses, actors, we've got Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margaret Robbie, all cleaners, work very, very hard at what they do. And Gordon Ramsay as well. Great program for you to watch to understand the mentality that could be behind building a business is Gordon Ramsay's Boiling Point. I actually think it's free on YouTube. But you guys have all seen like how frigging crazy Gordon Ramsay gets with his screaming at people, coming out with his creative insults and things. Hilarious to watch, right? Probably not hilarious to be on the other side of. But he's probably in his late mid 50s, something like that now. And there's this program called Boiling Point. I'm sure it's on YouTube, but just Google it. And basically, it's a documentary of him when he wasn't famous and he'd left like the employment world. So he used to work under a chef, and he left to basically set up his own restaurant business. And it's his own first startup restaurant business. And I think he's about 29, 30, 31, somewhere around that in the video. It's a documentary. The camera crews are following him around, watching him set up this business. And I tell you what, if you think Gordon Ramsay's a scary guy in these days, wow, he is like destroying people, basically just trying to get the job done. And that's also what this book talks about, that like cleaners do not accept anything below excellent standards. That might sound extreme to some people. It is extreme. That's why we don't have, you know, millions of people who would be classed as cleaners as well. But regardless of that, the takeaway of this is that if you're in business and you're trying to actually achieve something at the moment, you'd be better off like looking at some of the mentalities, some of the personalities, some of the traits that these people have as cleaners in here, and trying to adopt some of them as well. So you can be relentlessly pursuing your goals, because it depends what you're really in this game for, right? You know, some people watch this channel because they're just starting up a business. Other people, I have some 7, 8, and 9 figure people who watch this channel as well. And, you know, they find it interesting. But what I would say is that if you're, you know, trying to achieve something, whether it's wealth, actually set your targets a little bit higher, adopt some of the cleaner mentality, and motivate yourself by thinking, you know, I actually, rather than just creating a little bit of money, I actually want to take care of my family as well. I actually want to take care of myself as well, completely, you know, fully. You know, if you're doing it for status, and rather than just thinking, I want, you know, to be recognized by, you know, my friends and my family as like, you know, a person who did quite well and is like a master of their field, set your targets a little bit higher, adopt the cleaner mentality and think, how can I be recognized more publicly as somebody who's masterful at what I'm doing? Whether it's, you know, freedom as well, like you're after freedom, set your targets a bit higher. Actually give freedom to yourself, your family, your friends as well if you want to do it. I think these are good ways to motivate yourself. I know for me personally, I used to be very risk averse, and what used to happen was any decision I used to make, I used to keep one foot in the door in safety and have one foot exploring the decision, you know. And the reason why is because they didn't want to make a mistake, right? But that is not the cleaner mentality at all. The cleaner mentality is they will take the shot, from trusting their gut, and if they don't make the shot or they make the wrong play, well, then they accept full responsibility and they learn from it and they just move forward with confidence, right? So that's the cleaner mentality, and that is how you get to great places. According to this guy who spent his whole life around top performing athletes. So again, fantastic book, pick it up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and comment as well. Apparently I'm supposed to say that at the end of each YouTube video. I don't really know though, because I don't know YouTube too well, but it helps me apparently. So yeah, do your job if you enjoy these videos. Take care, have a great one, see you in the next one.